Hi everybody, Eugene Royzengurt here. I want to take a few minutes of your time and talk a little bit about VIGO digital dentures. Many of you have probably heard about the concept that VITA has introduced this year, and it talks about utilizing the actual prefabricated teeth specifically designed for the CAD/CAM type of restoration, where you can either print the base plate or you can mill the base plate, and you're going to be using those specific teeth uh, and bond them to that type of base, pretty much. So there's two things that you do with that system, or at least there's two things that I do with that system. The first things first, you're obviously going to be setting everything up for the try-in. And the try-in can be done in several ways. One of which you can just mill the whole thing out of like a puck of wax. The one that I generally use is printing a monolithic try-in. The third type of try-in, you can either print the base plate and use the actual carded teeth and adhere them to the base plate with wax and do the try-in that way. And the reason why you adhere it with wax is so you can, in case something needs to be changed, you can always just remove the teeth and print another base. So that makes it pretty easy. But also there's one thing not often talked about, and it's actually using the monolithic try-in as a prototype. And in my case, what I want to show you guys today is how to reduce digitally the prototype and to be able to customize the denture with some composites so the patient can possibly wear this temporary for anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks to even a couple of months in order to maybe test drive the occlusion or the aesthetics or whatever you want to do. So for this particular situation, I have here a try-in that I did with these are VITA Pen XL anteriors and VITA Linguiform posteriors. So, and this is a monolithic try-in. This is actually the STL file for monolithic try-in. And what I want to show you is how easily using Mesh Mixer you can do a reduction digitally. So when you're actually printing the monolithic try-in, you already have a spacing introduced in the actual print for you to add your composite to make the restoration a little bit more aesthetic. So I was taught actually not too long ago how to fairly easily to do this in Mesh Mixer. So first things we do is bring obviously the STL into the software. And then we're going to go into select, and instead of brush, we're going to switch over to lasso. And simply, we're going to go and draw a line close to the tooth somewhat. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. And we don't have to do a continuous. We can just go at the end of this and just keep adding to it, just like that. And we're going to go all the way around the whole denture. Slowly going. You want to go close to the teeth, but not maybe too close, because when you're going to be doing reduction, you don't want to be having any issues down the line with those teeth. Okay, so I'm just going to show you with 3 teeth right here, and then you're going to go down, and you want to stop about 2 or 3 millimeters from the edge. And the reason you do that, one of the major things is that you do not want to be messing around with the peripheral roll because clinicians take very good care of impressing that peripheral roll just so you're not messing that up for them. You want to stop a little bit short of that. And also it's going to make it nice and easy for you to merge your composite with the gingiva, so you don't have like an overlap, you have a nice tight margin right there. Okay, so I showed you on this one how you do the selection. So let me actually go, and I have one here which is the exact same file, but I already went around the whole denture and have selected what I need to be doing the cut back in. As you can see, I'm going around each tooth and stopping about, in some areas 2 millimeters, some areas 3 to 4 millimeters. But as long as you have proper room for the seal and your contours are looking good, you should be able to utilize it fairly well. So from this point, what you're going to do is you're going to press B on your keyboard, and hopefully it will actually do this for you. It will actually smooth out the edges of your selection, or give you at least the proposal of what needs to be done. And if you like everything that you're seeing, you just press accept. And as you can see right here, the edges are going to be nice and smooth for you. So from this point, you're going to go into edit, and you're going to go into offset, and click that right there. And depending on how fast your computer is, it might take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes to get this done. As you can see right here, it did the offset for me. Since I already had the distance typed in as -1 millimeter, it created the offset of 1 millimeter. And if you move in closer, you can see it all the way around. You got a nice and sharp edge. And you can play with the settings a little bit here to make it better or worse as far as the edge is concerned. And everything looks good, so I just press accept. And I press clear selection. Once I do that, my file has been modified, and the proper room for composite placement has been done. So all I have to do now is save the file and get it printed. And once that's done, I can do my composite right on top of it. So I can create a nice and aesthetic restoration for the patient to use as a temporary or as a prototype. Hope that helps. Thanks. Bye.